Welcome back, everyone, here to Bronx Talks. Today, got a very special video for you guys. We are going to be giving you eight starting pitching options for the New York Yankees and how they can fill out their rotation. Obviously, the Yankees need to bolster up that rotation. They need to add some depth there. They traded away a few starting pitchers, like four. You had Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, Michael King, who basically sort of just became a starter, and Drew Thorpe. That is a ton of their pitching depth. So the Yankees are going to need to bolster that pitching depth and get it back. So we're going to be giving you eight options of guys in free agency the Yankees can go after. Christian, who do we have up first?
At number 8, we have Eric Lauer. Now, he was non-tendered by the Brewers after a career worst season where he posted a 6.56 ERA in 46 and 2/3 innings. Now, this guy obviously wouldn't be at the top end of our rotation. If anything, you could probably call him the sixth man and more of a depth piece. Although, look, he's a lefty, and not too long ago, he was pretty good. In 2021, posted a 130 ERA plus, and 2022 a 109 ERA plus, right? And throwing over 115 innings in both of those seasons. So obviously last year was a very bad season. But look, this guy's going to be 29. He's not going to be expensive in the slightest. I honestly think this is not a bad guy to go after. He's going to be super cheap. And again, there's no even guarantee that he's going to be in your rotation, but just in terms of a depth piece, I think he's a pretty good option.
Up next, we have Jake Odorizzi. Was out all of last season, was a part of the Texas Rangers team, but due to a shoulder injury, he had to get shoulder surgery. He missed all of last season. He's 33 years old. Obviously, we know Jake Odorizzi pitched for the Rays, Twins. He's been around the league for a while now. He's played for numerous teams. But listen, he could be a nice, cheap option for the Yankees to bolster up that rotation, be a nice back-end guy, maybe even the sixth man. I don't even know if he'd crack the rotation, but a nice veteran piece in there. He's going to get the job done. He's going to take the ball. And I feel like he'd just be a cheap option, a nice, solid depth piece.
At number 6, we have Seth Lugo. Now, this guy's more of a, go out and sign him. He's going to be in the rotation. Now, he's probably looking at a multi-year deal. I know the Royals and Red Sox have shown pretty big interest towards him, but this guy's pretty legit. You probably know him from his Mets days. He was on the Padres last year, had a very nice season, 346 innings, a 115 ERA plus. And really throughout his whole career, he's been very consistent. I mean, other than the 2020 year, which was very fluky, he has been an above average pitcher since 2018. So you go out and sign this guy, he'll probably slot in maybe behind Cortez. I mean, if Cortez has the season he had last year, then he'll be above him, but really as a 3 or 4. And this guy could really thrive. I mean, he pitched well. He already pitched well in New York with the Mets. So going out and signing this guy, I really, really like the idea of it.
Up next, we have Alex Wood, left-handed pitcher, played last season for the San Francisco Giants. He's 32 years old. Last season, 29 games, he went 5-5 with a 4.33 ERA, pitched in 97.2 innings, racked up 74 strikeouts, and had a 1.43 WHIP. Alex Wood would definitely be a solid back end of the rotation guy for the Yankees. Left-handed starting pitcher in Yankee Stadium, veteran guy. He's played for numerous teams. I really like this move, going out there and getting Alex Wood. He wouldn't cost a ton, and I feel like he'd be a good fit with the Yankees. Nice back end of the rotation, veteran piece for some depth, and I think that's really what the Yankees need. I don't think, they should really take a gamble on a guy, and then lose all your depth due to an injury or something like that. But I think Alex Wood would definitely be a really, really good fit for the New York Yankees.
At number 4, we have Sean Manaea. Now, he opted out of his contract with the Giants. Last December, he signed a contract worth $25 million over 2 years, and he opted out this year. Now, the reason he opted out was not because he had an amazing season, right? In 2022, he actually had a pretty bad season, posted a 4.96 ERA over 150 innings. And, he was kind of signing like a prove it deal with the Giants. I wouldn't say he necessarily went all out and showed teams what he was about, but he had an all right season, a little below average pitcher. So he opted out looking to get just a little bit more money. But look, this guy's a lefty. You kind of know what you're going to get. And I think he could definitely slot in as a 4 or 5. So, and the Yankees need another pitcher. So I think it makes sense.
Up next, we have Frankie Montas. Frankie Montas barely played last season. I think he got in one game, maybe pitched a couple innings in the second or last game of the year. He was injured basically all of last season. And when he got traded to the Yankees in 2022, he was flat out awful. He was horrible with the Yankees. It seemed like he got shelled every start. Up until that trade, though, he did have a 3.18 ERA with the Oakland Athletics. He does have some high upside, right? He's had some very solid years in his career. I believe he finished top 5 in Cy Young voting one year. I could be wrong on that. But listen, he definitely is a high upside. He's only 30 years old. And you could bring in Frankie Montas. He has pitched with the Yankees. I know not that well, but he probably would be cheap. It would be like a one-year deal type of thing. And we were saying this last year, like when the Yankees brought in Rodon, if Frankie Montas can pitch to the pitcher we think we got from Oakland, the rotation definitely gets better. He could be a low risk, high reward. If you would have told me at the start of the offseason, I would have stayed away from this guy. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of Frankie Montas and what he's done. At this point, though, with the Yankees trading their depth, if the right deal happens, I mean, I'm not going to pay a lot for Frankie Montas, but if you're running into the right deal, and I know I'm contradicting myself here, I guess I would go out and sign Frankie Montas, but it's certainly a discussion to be had.
At number 2, we have Jordan Montgomery. Now, obviously, Yankee fans know who this guy is, although he took a big step up last year, started the season with the Cardinals, and then got traded to the Rangers and just was awesome. So, reuniting with the Yankees would definitely be interesting. Out of the guys we've said so far, he's going to cost the most by far. And Jordan Montgomery, this is kind of one of the big names, right? If you're going to go out and sign him, obviously we'll get into the next guy, but he's kind of a big name. You're going to have to spend probably anywhere from 150 mil to 200 because he's coming off a really, really good season. And I know the Rangers are going to go after him hard. Although you want to sign a 2 or a 3, this is your guy. And I think Montgomery would be happy to reunite with the Yankees. Obviously, he definitely picked something up from the Rangers pitching coach or whatever, but I think bringing him back to the Yankees, he could take what he learned and continue to grow as a pitcher because this guy, he's only 30 years old, right? He's still in his prime.
And last but certainly not least, we have Yoshi Yamamoto. We've all heard him. He is number 1 on the Yankees free agent board right now. He is their number 1 target after acquiring Juan Soto. This guy's an absolute dog. He's 25 years old. He's a 3-time MVP. He's won the last 3 MVPs in the Pacific League. This guy is an absolute legend. Pitched no-hitter last year. The Yankees had a scout at every single one of his games last year. Cashman attended his no-hitter. This guy definitely has mutual interest playing in New York. It looks like it's going to come down to the Yankees and the Mets. This guy would be either a 2 or 3 in the rotation. Probably 2, but this guy's 25 years old. He's going to cost a lot of money, but I mean, you're getting this guy entering his prime of his career. This guy's an absolute dog, and just picturing him pitching on the mound in Yankee Stadium is chills with Juan Soto and the rest of the boys playing behind him. But he is certainly next up for the Yankees, and the Yankees are shifting all their priorities and all their focus towards him, as they should.